Hi book lovers, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a TBR video for quite some time. I wanted to talk to you about some of the books that I'm planning on reading, and then I also would like to build out the rest of my TBR using the little book covers that I have printed off. My sister-in-law got me this, here, let me take these out so you can see it better. My sister-in-law got me this really cute mug. It's like a stack of books, but it's quite a bit smaller than she and I were both expecting. A little bit too small to drink out of, but perfect for a TBR jar. So kind of in line with my read deeper, read slower, new era vibe that I've got going for 2026, I wanted to start journaling the books that I read. So I got myself a bullet journal and decided to start printing off these little book covers. I have quite a few printed already. A lot of the books from my 26 in 2026 TBR, which I did not do a video for, but I did post it over on Instagram if you're curious to know what books I'm looking to prioritize this year. And then other books that either I'm really interested in reading or have had on my TBR for a long time and want to get them off of my TBR. I don't have all the book covers in this stack because I do have a couple video ideas. So obviously I did not include the book covers for those books in this stack. Everything else is in here, including some library books that I currently have checked out, and I'll just kind of let the fates decide on when I get to read those. I'm just gonna like shuffle them up. Before we do that, there are a few books that I know for a fact that I'm going to read. There are 3 and they're all for a book club. The first is for my science fiction book club, Libernauts, and that is Detour by Jeff Rake and Rob Hart. So this one obviously is a science fiction novel. These astronauts go on a mission, and when they come back to Earth, they discover that it is not the same Earth that they left. I'm not sure what all that entails. I didn't want to know too much about the story going into it. The main blurb says, a space shuttle flight crew discovers that the Earth they've returned to is not the home they left behind. In this emotional, mind-bending thriller from the creator of the hit Netflix series Manifest and the best-selling author of The Warehouse. So if you're a fan of either of those, or just a fan of thrillers in general, this could be a good one for you to pick up. My co-host for the month of February is going to be Jessie of Reading with Jess, and the live show, Tuesday, March 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that will be here on my YouTube channel. If you don't want to or can't join the live show, head to the Fable link below where the chapter breakdowns are. As you're reading the book, you can let us know your thoughts and then your final reflections once you've completed reading. Speaking of Jessie from Reading with Jess, her February book club pick for her Sleep When I'm Dead book club is Girl Dinner by Olivie. I believe her co-host for the month is Summer of Seasons Readings. Love them both. I've had them both on my book club as well, so very excited for that live show. Good girls deserve a treat. Every member of the house, the most exclusive sorority on campus, and all its alumni are beautiful, high-achieving, and universally respected. After a freshman year she would rather forget, sophomore Nina knows being one of the chosen few accepted into the house is the first step on her path to the brightest possible future. Once she's taken into their fold, the house will surely ease her fears of failure and protect her from those who see a young woman on her own as easy prey. Living well comes with bloody costs. When they are finally invited to the table, they will have to decide just how much they can stomach in the name of solidarity and power. So, creepy sorority. Something going on, not really sure what. Looking forward to this. The live show is going to be Monday, February 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then the third book club pick that I want to talk to you about is for my friend Wendy's book club, Wendy's Inspired Reads. And in February, I will be co-hosting with her once again, Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. This one, I believe, is a World War II. So while the Titanic and Lusitania are both well-documented disasters, the single greatest tragedy in maritime history is the little-known January 30th, 1945 sinking in the Baltic Sea by a Soviet submarine of Wilhelm Gustloff, a German cruise liner that was supposed to ferry wartime personnel and refugees to safety from the advancing Red Army. Sepetys crafts 4 fictionalized but historically accurate voices to convey the real-life tragedy. Sounds like that one will probably be pretty emotional, but I'm excited to get to it. One of my goals this year is to read more historical fiction. I do typically enjoy it. I just haven't been reading it quite as often as I would like. The live show for that one is going to be over on Wendy's channel. I'll link both Jessie and Wendy's channels down below so you can join the discussion if you'd like to, and also give them a follow if you don't already. But for Wendy's book club, the live discussion is going to be Friday, March 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now to the fun part where we get to pick the remaining books on my TBR. I don't know how many I want to do because I am trying to read slower this year, but at the same time I do want to read. January has been pretty slow as far as reading goes. It's January 29th and I finished one book. I'm in the middle of a few others that I will hopefully still finish. I mean, one of them I have to finish because it's book club pick for Libra Nuts. And the live show is on Tuesday. I'm gonna finish at least one more, possibly another one, but we'll see. So I don't wanna overload myself, but a TBR is more of a guideline anyway, so I'm not like promising that I'm gonna read all these books. Enough rambling. The first book, the cover will face this way. Here's the first one. Oh, yay. Okay. The Djinn Waits 100 Years by Shubnum Khan. I'm happy about this. This is an Aardvark book club pick that I got quite a while ago. It's about time I read it. Gosh, I love the cover of this one. It's so pretty. Look how gorgeous and intricate her outfit is. Like you can see through the veil. Oh, I love it. All right, so I'll read some of the blurbs on the back. The Djinn Waits 100 Years is a dark and heady dream of a book which reveals itself in layers as a gothic horror, a tragic romance, and a classic coming-of-age tale. Hauntingly gorgeous. That was from Alex E. Harrow. Poignant, playful, and evocative prose, The Djinn Waits 100 Years holds its own in a crowded field of neo-gothic fiction. The author, Shubnum Khan, is a South African author and artist. Her writing has appeared in New York Times, McSweeney's Quarterly, HuffPost, the Oprah Magazine, Sunday Times, Marie Claire. Her first novel, Onion Tears, came out in 2011 and was shortlisted for the Penguin Prize for African Writing and the University of Johannesburg Debut Fiction Prize. She also has an essay collection called How I Accidentally Became a Stock Photo. Yay! Okay. Maybe I'll do 3, so I'll have 6 altogether, and then that leaves room if I have capacity to read more. I can certainly do that. Ready? Yay! Another Aardvark book club pick. Okay. This one I'm really excited about. It sounds kind of funny. All right, let me grab it. I act so excited as if I'm not the one that literally put these in the jar. This one I have talked about before on my channel. I was going to do a reading vlog for this one, and then I just never got to it. Maybe this month, we'll see. So Hot Girls with Balls by Benedict Nguyen. Rigorous and gutting satire, a courageous social fantasy, a realistic portrait of the hell that is humanity, a deeply felt book about love and competition. Benedict Nguyen is a star. So I'll read a couple blurbs from the back. Sharp and stylish, Hot Girls with Balls is pitch perfect satire with a generous heart. That is from Lisa Coe, author of Memory Peace. Hot Girls with Balls is literal genius. Nail-biter sports fiction meets Kathy Acker on EMDR meets our shiny screen time moment. It's so observant and emotionally intelligent and moving and shot through with clarity. So good. And I like volleyball now. So there is sports in here. Volleyball. That's why there's a net with balls. That's from Andrea Lawler, author of Paul Takes the Form of a Mortal Girl. This book does have trans awareness and representation as well. So this blurb says, I've never read such an unflinching celebration of the weird, violent poetry of online trans discourse. I mean, everything I've heard about this one, it seems really funny. The synopsis makes it sound really funny. I feel like this one will be a good time. The author, Benedict Nguyen, is a dancer and gym buff. She's written for The Baffler, Bomb, Los Angeles Review of Books, Vanity Fair, The Brooklyn Rail, The Margins, and other publications. Hot Girls with Balls is her first novel. Okay, this is such a good TBR. I'm really excited. Okay, do this one. That is so funny because when I was cutting this one, I just printed this one today, and when I was cutting it up, I'm like, this is being read in February. I can just feel it. The Reformatory by Tananarive Due. Another Aardvark book club pick. The amount of positive things that I've heard about this book, I'm convinced there's absolutely no way that I'm not going to have a good time. She's a chunker. She's over 500 pages. And I got a signed copy. So this one is a historical horror. It takes place in Gracetown, Florida, June 1950. So 12-year-old Robbie Stevens Jr. is sentenced to 6 months at the Gracetown School for Boys for kicking the son of the largest landowner in town in defense of his older sister, Gloria. So begins Robbie's journey further into the terrors of the Jim Crow South and the very real horror of the school they call the Reformatory. So some of the blurbs. The writing here is spectacular. The pacing engrossing, the setting heartbreaking but honest, and the characters are given a nuance and depth rarely seen. A masterpiece of fiction. That's from the Library Journal. Due knocks it out of the park every damn time. That's from Book Riot. Hallucinatory, haunting, terrifying, and moving, a tour de force of a novel. That's from S.A. Cosby, author of Razorblade Tears. And then an epic novel of horror and real history, Tananarive Due displays all her powers as a master of the form. There's frights and chills and also so much love. I tore through this book. This novel is a straight up masterpiece. It should be read and remembered for a long time. That's from Victor Laval, author of Lone Women. So Tananarive Due is an American Book Award winning and Essence bestselling author of 16 books, including Blood Colony, The Living Blood, The Good House, Joplin's Ghost, Devil's Wake. I've never heard of any of those. I've only ever heard of this one. So clearly clearly I need to check these out as well. She teaches Black horror and Afrofuturism at UCLA. That would be such an interesting topic to study. So there's my stack for the month. 4 of the 6 are Aardvark Book Club picks, because Girl Dinner was as well. Not sponsored. I'd love it if it was, but not sponsored. Alrighty, so let me see if I can hold up this stack here. Ugh. Okay, so here's my stack for February. It is missing Salt to the Sea. I can never remember what that book is called. The historical fiction for Wendy's book club. That one I got the ebook version from my library, so I will be reading it that way. I don't have it physically. I think I'm in for a great month. I'm very excited. Let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought, and also which books I should start with. If there's one that I have to get to first, please let me know. And then also let me know what you are planning to read in the month of February. I know with it being Valentine's Day, typically romance is prioritized, and I don't have any of those, and I'm okay with that. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.